work the forehand a little bit about getting the outside of the ball and making sure that we're every ball we hit, what controls the ball? The spin is what's going to control it, right? So we just need to make sure that we're getting that spin every time, okay? All right, so it's very, very important. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to actually focus on that slight slide of the hand. So let's talk, like, because I don't want you to think that it's a humongous adjustment. It's like the pros can hit the ball like in almost any grip, right? So it's like I need to be comfortable with the racket to know what that feels like. Does that make sense? So like for you, like so see how the bottom of your hand is coming underneath there? Like I want the bottom of your hand behind it. So let go, squeeze. Like that, all that does is that adjusts the alignment of the racket. So now you're not having to go like this to make the racket head flat. It's just all you have to do is go forward. Okay? So the second thing I want you to focus on, right, is like you know this. What's the outside of the ball? Which side? The right side. So I want you focusing on hitting kind of more over here to make sure the ball goes cross court, right? And I'm going to just drop you a few. I want you to keep refreshing on the grip, but I really want you to focus on and getting the outside of the ball. Good. And again, you're going to turn. Good. Nice. Good. Beautiful. Good. Nice. So this is not uncommon, right? That the hand kind of releases and goes, right? So like people, like they go like this, and then their hand wants to go back to where it feels comfortable, right? Like it's with anything. Like my guess is when you go to sleep at night, you fall asleep in the same position. You don't like sleep in different positions, right? Like for me, I lay on my belly. Like that's how I know I'm going to sleep, when I lay on my belly, right? So for you, it's important to understand that like, okay, my hand's going to want to go back. So I have to kind of, the biggest thing the best way to do it is to squeeze your pinky, right? If my pinky releases, that releases my whole hand. But if I squeeze that down, right, that's going to hold this finger in place, which is going to hold that finger in place, which is going to make sure they all don't move. Okay? All right? Ready? Here we go. A few more. Really twist your hips. Good. I like that arm out nice and straight. Good. Excellent. It's not about the speed of the ball. It's about feeling the spin. Good. Good. So now my racket face is coming in a little different, but my arm is still doing the same thing it was doing. That's why most people struggle adjusting their hand, is because all of a sudden the rest of it doesn't move. It doesn't adjust with it, right? So what we've been talking about is making sure your arm is out rotating into the ball, not necessarily rising the hand, right? So let's focus on just rotating into the ball as much as you can without letting your hand rise up. There we go. You're not letting your hand rise up. Good. You're going to focus on the outside of the ball. Good. See how much better that is? Like that's got way more spin, but it's also a much better swing on the ball. Like I know that you can control that. Good. Don't let the hip go without the hands. Hold, turn, twist. That's a girl. So like that right there where you held everything in position and you twist. That's a girl. Nice. All right, let's do a recalibration of our hand. That's it. Good. Perfect. Excellent. And we go. Good. Awesome. And then you're just focusing on your rotation. Good. Again, focus on the rotation. That's it. I love that forehand right there. You see how that ball, like when you were hitting on Monday, right? Ball's going up so much, right? Even in a position of struggle, I need you to be able to always, like, what are the two types of topspin? Brush and cover. I always need you to feel like you're able to turn the racket over on the outside of that ball to get covered. That's how I control it. Good. That was too closed at contact. Keep it flat and then cover the ball. Good. Flush and over the ball. Excellent. Rotate. That's amazing. Great job, Ella. Much better. Good. A little closed on the way in. A little space. So reach. That's it. Like when you extend, like that last one, you extended your arm out like this and then turned it over, right? Like that's what I'm looking for. If I'm in here, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that arm to extend and snap over the top of the ball. Recalibration, please. Thank you. Reach and turn it over. Beautiful. Reach, turn it over. Outstanding. Reach. Awesome. Great job. Good extension. Good. And what's the maneuver we talked about with our hand when I'm making contact? Remember what that is? And there, right? So it's not here to over there, right? It's here, and then the racket's snapping forward right there. My arm's not moving as much across my body. It's more going towards my target, correct? So I want to make sure my hand goes to my target. That's it. Beautiful. I want to feel like it goes to the target. Outstanding. We're going to go to the target and cover it. That's okay. Good. Outstanding. A little bit more space. All right, let's recalibrate. Why do I feel like we need to recalibrate? Right, but what happened to the last ball? You clip the bottom of the racket, which means you're starting to reset on that upswing, okay? We want to make sure we're going forward on the swing. Good. Yes, good, good, good. That's the ball I'm looking for. Good. So the one thing that most people miss, right, is they're like, okay, yes, height helps with depth, but it's not necessary. If I take my racket like this, but I turn properly and push the ball like that instantly, I didn't hit it very hard, but that landed at the baseline, right? But what happens is we start to swing up, and then if I swing up, look what happens to that ball. It fell shorter than that last one. So remember, depth comes from the rotation and driving of pushing the racket forward. The spin is incorporated in my hand, right? So I need to make sure I have enough space that I turn and I rotate over the ball so that when I drive aggressively with my hips, I have enough spin to put the ball on the court, right? So like they're doing two different things, and I want to make sure that those things are happening at the right time, okay? All right, are you ready? Here we go. Recalibrate your hand. Yeah, it was a little extra close there. Good, that's a great ball. Way to hit through it. And again. That's the way. You're going forward, and then you're snapping your hand right at contact. Try really hard to get set and load my legs and drive, but my arm needs to be relaxed as I'm swinging, right? Like that, because that needs to be the thing that I'm able to adjust if necessary, right? So the arm's going to be relaxed as I'm hitting the swing, okay? Here we go. Good. And again, here we go. Beautiful. Don't worry about it. It went a little long, but that's okay. Brush and cover. Excellent. You got 4 more like this. Snap. Beautiful. Load the legs and then twist. That's a girl. That's what I want you to do. Yeah, that's the way to wait for the ball. Waiting for the ball. Beautiful. Good. Excellent. Snap forward, please. Good. Okay. Recalibrate the hand. We're going to go out to the side now. So you're going to still go cross court, but I want to see your recovery back. Remember, so when I drop feed, most people, they want to come forward. Let the ball come to you. Receive it. It should feel like you've got loads of time because you're meant to. Okay? Ready? Go. That's it. Make sure you feel your spin when you're hitting that ball. Good. Still a little bit of an upswing. Take that racket forward. Beautiful. That's much better. Receive the ball. Good. Readjust the hand. Under it or over the top? Under it, right? And so like that's that older swing coming out, right? Like my arm tends to get underneath the ball. When I have that more extreme grip, that's what I need to have, or want to have happen. I want to make sure I'm coming from more of behind in the back of the ball and over the top. Good. Arm up, steady. Beautiful. Great swing. Love the way you received that ball. That's it. Good. Outstanding. And again, here we go. Load. Good. Great patience. Way to hold. Hold it. Good. Let's readjust the hand. That's it. Good. Arm up and out. Good. Excellent. Focus a little bit more of the hand turning. There you go. Like, remember, like that key can't be missed, right? So you're doing a fantastic job in the swinging part, which looks very good, but then we are still making sure that we're creating the spin that we necessarily need, okay? All right? That's really important. I want to feel like you're creating that spin that you need. That's not by trying harder, by hitting the top and by the back and the top. That a girl. Hit the back and the top of the ball. Good. Excellent. Back and the top of the ball. Good. Awesome. Awesome. Hands up. Hold it outside. Good. Very nice. Hold outside of the ball. Good. Let's make sure we stay low, right? I want to rotate. That's it. So I want to feel like I'm really doing a nice job with my hips, twisting into the ball. Good. Load and twist. Good. Where's your body weight going when you're hitting this? I know we're not talking about that, and I know that I get sometimes picky. Where is you going with the ball? Yeah. So let's focus on like hip drive. like we have that spin move, right? Where we drive in and try to feel like you are shifting some weight into that ball as well. Again, so that I can do less effort with my arm itself. All right? Just rotate. Beautiful. That was better. Set. Twist. Good. You cover the top of the ball. Cover the top of that ball. That's it. Good. Cover the top of that ball every time. Good. I like the way that that ball is shaping over there. Keep that going. Good. Good. Trying to keep that arm out like we talked about earlier to really reach for it. Good. Because why? So we don't necessarily have to have the arm locked out, but why do I want that arm as straight as possible? Is it easy? It gives you more space, but does it also make it easier to turn? Like, is this an easier motion than this? Right. So it's harder to create spin when the ball's closer to my body. But if I'm out away from the ball, it makes life a lot easier to make that rotation happen, correct? Adjust your hand just slightly for me. Yep, there you go. Okay, here we go. Turn. That's it. Feel that space. That's a girl. Great job. Nice. Feel the space. Rotate. Good. Focus on the spin, right? In. That's it. There you went in first. So you got the momentum going straight, and then the hand was great, right? Like that's the way I want to see it. I want to see it where the hand goes in nice and solid, and then the wrist turns over. Good. Feel the spin. Okay. I asked this to someone earlier today, and I know you know the answer. Would you shoot a basketball? And even if you don't know how to play basketball, right? You're just closer to the hoop. Would you shoot it like you with the same power you would shoot a three-point shot from? Right. And the thing that happens is when we're on the court, we're always thinking the court is the same length. It's always 70. I'm always 78 feet away or change if I'm on the baseline. So I should swing hard every time, right? But it's important that you still have to adjust your position. You have to adjust to the ball. You have to adjust to your opponent's position, right? So I don't want you to just swing, 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 swing. I want you to feel the sensation, right? And understand what it is. Once I understand the sensation, I can go faster. Like, I bet you tie your shoes now faster than you used to in your life, right? Because you're so used to the sensation, you can do it. I bet you tight faster than you used to type because you get good with the sensation of what it feels like to type. It's the same thing. I want to get the feeling of it first, then I want to add the speed. Yes, I want to be 60, 65%, but I don't feel like I have to rocket it right now, okay? All right, adjust the hand slightly for me. Thank you. Here we go. Just smooth rotation. It's okay. Let's get that feet in the right position. Snap, feel. Good. One up slightly. Keep focusing on forward swing and cover. Good. Very good. Awesome. Outstanding. Great work. Good. That's okay. You got it. Yep. Adjust for me. Perfect. Good. Set. Feel the outside of the ball. Beautiful. Great work. Excellent. Came up. So when it's lower, you go down lower to make that same move. If it's lower and I go like this, well then what does that change? Changes the path of the swing. And I want to try not to change the path of the swing. Here we go. Load, outside, feel the spin. There you go. That was better spin on the ball. Nice. That was better spin on the ball as you rotate. Good job, Ella. Awesome. Quick sip of water.